Hey, 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 it's the Pacific Northwest Geek here. Echo Zero. Cha, 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 baby. Before I tell you what my day 4 pick for Echo Z uh, Zero presents, Troma uh, 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 Week. I got a question. What happens if you take a blender, put some Troma in there, some superhero in there, some wasabi, and some sushi? What happens? Yeah, you actually gotta put the lid on first and go. What happens? You get this. Sergeant Kabukiman N.Y.P.D. Troma's answer seemingly too early 90s, late 80s, early 90s superhero movies. Now, we're told at the beginning there's a prophecy. At the end of Mercury's next journey, the dragon shall dance to the hoop of Jupiter. If at that moment the tiger will ride the jaguar, the monkey will ride the jaguar, and the tiger will feast on the nibble. And the order of the universe will be such that the evil one will reign supreme for eternity. And apparently the only person who can stop this is Kabukiman. We're introduced to this kind of slopper police detective in New York named Harry Griswold, who is investigating a murder of this guy who was apparently supposed to inherit the powers of Kabukiman. Things go wrong, and the guy who's supposed to inherit gets killed. Him and his hot wife get killed, and Harry ends up with the powers of the Kabukiman. And true Troma style, even though this takes place in New York, not Troma, shit gets bizarre. There's a killer who's running around with a bad wig. And when they take it off, he's got like weird bands or something on his head. We got the guy who was like the main hero or whatever from the second and third Class of Nukem High movies, the two I don't like. I don't care for those two movies. We got a guy, the main villain was cast because apparently he had a resemblance to the guy who was in charge of the MPAA, who Troma had issues with. If you saw my review of Troma's War, he was the dickhead who basically made them cut the shit out of that movie and told them that what they had presented to them was a piece of shit. Piece of garbage, whatever. Anyways, Harry, after his powers, his girl he likes, the hot police detective with a nice bod, is assaulted by some criminals, and Harry becomes the Kabukiman for the first time. Although, even though he's saved, so she goes on to die because the main bad guy doesn't like the fact that she survived the attack. Oh, this mask is such a pain. Anyways, Harry now has to master the powers because when he tries to go after one of the co-hosts of the main bad guy, instead of turning to Kabukiman, he turns into a clown. Where we get a car chase, kind of, involving a car accident. In this movie, there's a car accident, car wreck, car flips and stuff, that became legendary because this car wreck, with the car flipping, went on to be used in numerous other movies, including Poltergeist, Night of the Chicken Dead. I think it was used even in, I don't know if they used it in Terrifier. I think it's somebody that was used in Shakespeare Shitstorm. Yeah, they've milked the shit out of it with this. But this is the movie where this famous car that flips lands on his tires and goes. This is where it comes from. Yeah, the effect is not super gory, because it's more of it's a kind of action superhero comedy movie. There's a monkey that seems to talk. It does kind of like it does end up riding a jaguar, kind of. a car, a Jaguar car, and luckily it isn't really right. They able to stop the car and they stop the monkey, stuff, and the effects all, stars making up a Kabuki man, the flying when he looks like he's running, and we get, here come some boobs in the movie. It's a Troma movie, to say the least. It's an answer to the superhero movies. I first saw this movie back in the late 90s. Me and my friends from high school, we took to renting some Troma movies from Hollywood Video. I believe this was me and my best friend introducing our friends to Troma. I want to say it was me who was introducing my friends to Troma, but my best friend also knew about Troma, and I'm pretty sure it was both of us that were introducing them to Troma, and this is one of the ones, and it is a fun one. It's the guy that gets killed with chopsticks. Yes, he's got killer chopsticks. And a cool theme song. I'll have to put a link for it in the description. We do get to see some of our regular cast. One of the this guy called Jughead. Again, he's the guy played by the main lead from the second and third Class of Nukem High movies. Joe Flashback was in this. Oh, this is really a fun movie to watch. Now I got a copy on Blu-ray. Yes, my precious, my precious. If you have seen this movie, tell me what you think. It is on Tubi, so give it a watchy. Oh, this is a. I haven't watched this one in years, and right before I did this review, I rewatched it. I still enjoy this movie as much as I did back in the 90s. What? Awesome! Anyways, we are at the halfway point for Troma Week. We're nearing towards the end. I hope everybody is having a good time. I gotta go edit this and take this off because this is it's getting a little sweaty. I thought it would be a good idea to turn this off so I can do this review. I really should have recorded the audio and then dubbed over it. Anyways, I am the Pacific Northwest Bonehead, and I will see you in Tromaville. Tune up. No. I got no nose to pick.